Hello everybody, we are back to do your pick a card for the 25th of April, and whatever card you pick is going to represent some of the energies that'll be around you during the day. So you have your choices of card 1, card 2, or card 3. Now if you're choosing card 1, what shows up for you is the Seven of Vessels, and in this deck, which is my Wildwood Tarot, the actual label here is called mourning. So this does talk about some kind of great sadness. This can literally, unfortunately, be grief for some of you. And this doesn't have to be immediate type of grief. This can be something that grief has a funny way of just kind of coming back in at unexpected times, just being triggered. So it's not that necessarily somebody has to be passing away anytime very recently or even today, but there is this implication of grief that comes along with this card. And if not grief, this could be great sadness. This card has come up for me before when people were dealing with heartache. Great heartache, not just a little, and also it comes up with sadness. I've actually had this card come up when somebody lost a job. So this is one of my heavier hitters in this particular deck, even though it's a pip card. Usually, whatever the grief or the sadness is, it's significant. Okay. So I'm sorry if you picked card number 1, but that's the message that shows up, and I hope that I'm wrong. If you've picked card number 2, what we have is the Eight of Cups showing up in reverse. Eight of Vessels in reverse is going back to something that had made you feel depleted before. So if you've picked this card, it's very likely that today you're going to be tempted to, if you don't actually go back into a situation that really had you run down and feeling emotionally stretched out or depleted. Hopefully, if you're going back to the situation, you have a reason to expect that it would not make you feel depleted this time around, and I hope that that's the case for you. Those of you who picked card number 3, we just have a heavy day today. Card number 3, you guys got the Guardian. So now the Guardian is a card that talks about facing our fears. So if you've picked card number 3, you're going to come face to face with one of your fears, and this is more of a deep-rooted fear. This isn't just oh, I'm afraid that the ketchup bottle is going to fall off the table and spill all over the floor type of fear. This is something a little bit bigger and heavier duty than that. Now, I actually like it that it comes up, because when it comes up, it shows not only facing that fear, but also coming to a point of understanding that, you know what, even if the worst case scenario of my fear happened, I have things that I can do so that I can make it through that okay. And so that takes away some of this fear from the situation. So facing that fear actually makes that fear less of a thing. So not such a bad card to have come up. Definitely something a little bit heavy. Both of these two cards to me are pretty heavy energies to face and to deal with. Doesn't mean that they're insurmountable. They certainly are not. But this is leaning towards a day of just in general heavier energies, and even walking back into a situation that made you feel depleted could be potentially kind of heavy too. So this is a day that I feel like this is a good day for us to be really responsible about our emotions and where we are, and to really be honest about those so that we can deal with them in a head-on type of way, rather than letting them sneak around us and get the best of us if we try to suppress or pretend about them. Okay? So that's what I've got. Thank you for being here.